Black Friday 2023 is here with amazing savings like £300 off your British Airways holiday when you spend over £10,000. Oh, so generous. Six Flags 2024 Diamond Pass was $175, now $195. Oh. It may be a bit cynical, but are the sales actually real anymore? Coming up in this episode, let's cut through that Black Friday buzz and find some real tools, tips and tricks for some real savings on your next trip. Hey, this is Stu for Out and Back Travel. I make videos like this one to help inspire your own theme park travel and adventures. If you do find this video helpful in any way, please give it a like as that really helps me out on YouTube. So Black Friday is coming around, and in 2023 there aren't many deals to be had. The prices are kind of what you would pay anyway. Norse Airlines are running an ad campaign which acknowledges that their prices are this low all year round, which is kind of refreshing to see. Whereas we're used to seeing deals running a full year ahead, a lot of the current Black Friday deals are for trips before the end of March 2024. So the offers are kind of falling into the general last minute travel discounts you'd usually get for travelling a few months ahead. So it becomes a gamble of waiting and not booking just in case your flight goes on sale. And is it really worth holding your nerve? I've been waiting myself for flights to Cologne which were £107. I waited for that Black Friday deal to go live and get a delicious discount, and I've ended up paying £135. So more than the flights were before the Black Friday sale. It's getting to the point where I've had to admit defeat and book it, as I can't miss the concert I have booked in Cologne. But checking the Google price analysis, well, I haven't paid the lowest price, I have paid towards the lower of that middling kind of fair end, so I'm fairly happy with what I've paid. So how do you get the most value out of your own holiday or trip, and what tools can we use to check you're paying a fair price? Coming up in this episode, we'll talk about setting your own budget and being happy with the life value you're getting out of what you're spending on your trip, visiting off-peak evening school holidays to get a slightly reduced rate, using discount codes, and tracking those prices to ensure you're paying a fair price. With everything that's happened in the world in the last 3 years or so, the usual patterns of sales and offers have become more unpredictable. Offers and sale periods seem to be cycling around a bit more frequently than they would have done in the past. Historically, for British Airways holidays, the best time to book was always the Black Friday sale or the January sale. This year I was able to snag my Orlando trip in their April sale for the same price, which was a nice surprise and allowed me a few extra months to save up. So my first tip is to set your own budget. You've got to be happy with what you're paying for your holiday experience, and only you yourself can be happy and satisfied with the life value you get from the monetary cost. If you're saving for a holiday, especially that big family trip, don't book it more than 11 months out though, you will pay more money. Travel agents and tour operators will gladly take your money now for holidays in 2025 or 2026, but the reality is the flight schedules are only confirmed 11 to 12 months out. So you're paying an estimated price, and they really do charge you a premium as a customer for that. I have a video where somebody's holiday was £6,000 cheaper because they booked too far in advance, which I'll link in the description. So please do not book more than 11 months ahead. Put that money into a savings pot if it really is burning a hole in your pocket, and keep topping it up until it's time to book. The next tip is to visit off-peak. And I know those with children are grumbling, but I do have a tip to get a slightly better experience. If you're visiting the USA, as let's face it, Orlando is our benchmark for measuring trips around here, the US schools go back in the middle of August. So if you plan your trip towards the end of August into the first week of September, you'll have much lower crowds and queue lines in the theme parks. It will be a lot more manageable. And the US based costs such as your hotels and park tickets should start to discount as they drop into their off-peak season. Whether your UK based tour company will pass any discount on to you yourself though is another matter. Generally though, visiting outside the school holiday periods is of course the best way to snag yourself a bargain. January is always a great time of year to visit, and currently with those Black Friday deals only running a couple of months ahead, there are some great deals in January. I do predict in 2024, the last few weeks of April, we'll see some great last minute price drops. As the Easter break occurs this year at the end of March and relatively early into April, it creates a little bit of a lag at the end of April for the tour companies. Back in 2022, TUI were offering 7-night breaks, flights and accommodation to Universal's Endless Summer Resort for £456, which is absolutely crazy. If we do see a repeat of this in 2024, my credit cards are well and truly doomed. My next tip to check that you're getting a bargain is to use the Google Flight tool. Now, there are many flight comparison tools out there like Kayak and Skyscanner that show you when you can book the cheapest possible holidays, and I actually use Skyscanner myself, but Google Flight Tool is a great way to check if you're really making a saving. So let's check my theory. How cheap is the end of April for 2024? The first prices show up always a bit silly, but it's usually because they involve connections, so I'd apply the filter up here to make the flights non-stop. And we can see we can get a round trip to Orlando from London for £376 with Virgin as well, which is a really good price for them. The graph is showing this is £219 cheaper than usual, or what a typical price for this route would be. And we can see on the little graph here that the price actually reduced one day ago, so it dropped from £460 to £376. So you actually are getting a genuine discount. This is an actual genuine price reduction. So this is how you can use this tool to check if that discount that you see advertised on the website is genuine. Is your price in the green area of the price bar? And if it is, you're getting a good deal, so go ahead and book it. You can also see the prices of the other airlines if you have a preference. For example, if you want to fly with BA or Norse here. And of course, these prices will literally just be the ticket on the plane. You can bet there's extra charges for checking the bag into the hold and seat selection, so do bear that in mind. If you are booking a package trip, you can still use the Google Flight tool to find the cheapest days to fly, then select your package holiday on these dates to get yourself the best prices. The next tip is to look out for discount codes. This is mainly for your attraction tickets using that good old Orlando benchmark. Historically, I'd always book my Orlando theme park tickets at the same time I booked my package, but with the varying cycle of promo codes, even that isn't always the best time to book. Again, it's about staying strong and holding your nerve, but be prepared to pay the full price if there isn't a deal before you go. Let's use the Universal Free Park Explorer ticket as an example. £335 seems to be the benchmark price for 2023, and going into 2024 you can expect a little price increase. So if you're paying under £340, you have to be happy with that, and the experience Universal's parks offer, it's totally worth that for 14 days of admission. Attraction tickets have the 2024 Universal Free Park Explorer for £354, and they have a 10% Black Friday code, which makes it £318.60. Florida Tix has the Free Park Explorer for £347, and their Black Friday code says 12%, so that's currently £305.36. So it's all about shopping around and comparing the discounts. This year, I booked my Orlando holiday in April, but didn't buy the park tickets until the end of August. I really was sweating because it was literally weeks before I travelled. I was able to snag them though for £271. That's over £60 cheaper than the 335 sticker price. A bit of holding my nerve and checking the discounts from time to time, so I was very happy to get that bargain. But I also would have been happy to pay the full price, so it's all about timing and whether you're going to hold your nerve and just keep checking for those discounts, see if they come up. So that concludes my thoughts, feelings and observations for the 2023 Black Friday travel deals. It's becoming a bit more unpredictable to plan for sales or discounts, and offers seem to be cycling around a bit more frequently than they did historically, particularly package holidays and discount code for excursion tickets. But rather than these being for trips months or years in advance, it only seems to be a kind of couple of months ahead. So the discounts are really favouring travel within the next few months rather than planning months out. So you can reap the rewards if you're prepared to hold your nerve and wait to see if the deal comes up to snag, but also at the same time you have to be prepared to pay the full price if it doesn't come around, and only you yourself know the true life value of the experience versus the monetary value. So as long as you are happy with the cost, that's all that matters. And let's face it, the experience is going to be absolutely amazing, especially if you're booking something like Orlando. So thank you for watching. Let me know in the comments if you managed to snag any deals this Black Friday. And remember guys, until next time, stay safe on the way out and back.